Hello, this is Swami Pranava, and I'm here with another easy English lesson for you. This one might be a little more advanced in terms of vocabulary because I want to tell you about a wonderful experience that I had today. Here in Los Angeles at the Shivananda Yoga Center, we had a workshop with about 10 people, and the topic was sure ways for success in life. And so I gave the workshop and I outlined 5 points to talk about. And so the first one is working with emotional energy. It is important for our success that we are able to be enthusiastic and energized, and that we want to achieve something and we are excited about it and we are willing to go through the effort that it takes to achieve something, right? So that's the most important factor, is the emotional energy that you have for doing something, right, that you want to have success in. So one of the keys for success is being able to work with emotion. And so how do we do that? Of course, in yoga, we know we work with bhakti yoga. We do chanting, we do worship, prayer, we do various practices that will help to open the heart. But of course, bhakti means really just having love for everyone. And so in the workshop today, we talked about how if you talk to someone, another person, you talk to someone, but you don't have any intention of getting anything for yourself. You're just talking with that person to share, perhaps to help them, to have someone to listen, to relate to what they have experienced, especially if the person has a need. And really, we all have some needs. So emotional energy, that's one of the key things for success. A second point, we have 5 points, okay? A second point is using the power, of course, of our subconscious mind. Using the power of the subconscious mind is important for success. And so to do this, we have to start by forming habits. And so if you are learning English, then one of the best things to do is first get the emotional energy, which means you find something that you really enjoy and you want to work with it in English, right? And then use your subconscious. And so you may not be able to accomplish the complete understanding right away, but you can take small steps. Like if you have a book you want to read, you can put it on the table every day. Even if you don't open it, you put it on the table every day at the same time, and that starts to work on your subconscious mind. You get a habit of taking the book off the shelf, putting it on the table, and then of course you will start to read it at some point. And I mentioned in my last video about how I just listen and repeat things, and I don't even worry if I understand. I don't worry if I can pronounce it correctly. I just listen and repeat when I'm learning a language. But the advantage of that is you don't worry. You're like a little child. We talked about this in the workshop today. A little child doesn't worry about whether she or he is learning a language. She just has fun with it, right? So that's the way we can approach our learning, and we use the subconscious. Another thing is we have to recognize and retain solutions. So you have to know when a solution comes to you, and it's usually just a flash and then it goes away if you don't think about it, if you don't write it down, if you don't somehow reinforce it in your mind. And so we need to recognize when good ideas come to us, it's really good to write them down. And you can even carry a small notebook and a pen. When you get a good idea, write it down. Now, of course, if you write it down, that's reinforcing it, but it's usually not enough. You have to also take some time to review your ideas, right? So it's best to have, again, a certain time every day. Use the subconscious mind. Do it at the same time, and just take 2 minutes and read through your ideas of the last few days and see if anything is useful. Usually you will find that you will be very happy that you had these ideas, and maybe now you have forgotten the ideas, but if you wrote them down, you will have a way to access them. And especially over time, you will get a lot of good ideas this way. So many times I have gone back and said, wow, I wrote something really useful, but I totally forgot about it. Okay, so the next thing is we need to resolve contradictions. If you find that you want to study English, but then there's something else, like you want to do your yoga practice, you don't have time to do both, that's a contradiction, because both of those things are important to you. So in your mind, you might have a contradiction, right? But it's important, it is important for success to resolve those contradictions. That means you simply have to find a way to integrate the two, meaning you have to find a way that the learning English will support your yoga practice, and your yoga practice will support your learning English. Okay, so resolve contradictions. And then the fifth point is what we all know from Hatha Yoga. You have to balance. You have to balance exertion with relaxation. Okay, so I hope this helps you. A good example of relaxation would be like the Effortless English that I recommend many times. A.J. Hogue, his channel, it's really good because he talks about effortless learning and also effortless practice. So that's really helpful. And so we all know we have to exert, we have to try, but we also have to be able to relax and do things without effort. Okay, so I hope you got something from this. Please write to me and let me know any feedback that you have. Okay? Thank you.